I want you to think of your goals when it comes to fitness. So when you're making a home gym, what's your ideal here? What's your goal here? Is it strength? Is it agility? Is it muscle mass? Do you want to look good? Do you want to move fast? Do you want to get strong? Whatever it is, depending on what goal you have, having an all-inclusive gym in either your garage or your basement, having a gym at home is going to help you. I guarantee it. It helped me quite a bit. It eliminates like many excuses and hurdles to not put into work when it comes to fitness and exercising. You can probably see my gains right here. I've been hitting the gym for about 8 months, right? Just training for hypertrophy. This all just comes from having an effective home gym that you can really train good at. Just hit the gym every single day when I get up, right? I don't have to drive anywhere. I don't have to run anywhere. I don't have to walk anywhere. I just have to go downstairs. Got my own little chamber of doom where I can cook up. So the actual first step to getting a good home gym is, well, listing your equipment basically. Like, what kind of equipment do you need in order to get your ideal goal here? So calisthenics are very important when it comes to getting fit, right? Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, body weight rows, any of that is going to help you, especially if you're a noob in fitness. Doing calisthenics is going to help you get very far in terms of your goals. It can build muscle, especially very early. It can help you build balance, and basically it can just do a very good job of introducing you into the world of fitness and discipline as it is. So the first item I would recommend for anyone watching this to get, if they have absolutely nothing in their home gym, is a pair of gymnastic rings. Now, gymnastic rings are great because you can hang them from, say, the rafters in your basement, or from a tree, or from any suspended area. You can hang these 2 rings from, and you can basically do levers, dips, pull-ups, chin-ups, any calisthenic that you can think of that requires a bar or some kind of structure to do them on, you can do with Olympic rings. So definitely buy a pair of gymnastic rings. So after you've got your gymnastic ring set up, you can get a squat rack with a bar and plates. Now, a squat rack is really great because it lets you do all of your basic strength movements for building strength, right? Like deadlifts, cleans, jerks, snatches, all those like goofy movements you can do with basically just a bar, a rack to hold the bar, and plates. So it's very useful for building muscle mass, and incline bench to go along with them. You can do incline bench press, normal bench press, all the cool stuff where you're on your back and you're doing some kind of bar movement. Do stuff like skull crushers and basic arm workouts with the bar as well. Although I would recommend that you buy like an easy bar to do curls and stuff with, but we'll get to that later. The fourth item you're going to want to get after you've bought your squat rack, your bar, and your plates, and your incline bench, and you set all that up, is you want a pair of adjustable dumbbells or a pair of kettlebells. Now, these are really great because they're basically free weights, and you can swing them however you want. CrossFit makes heavy use of kettlebells because you can do all kinds of these dynamic movements with them to build flexibility and build strength. Right? Like, some people prefer kettlebells over just barbell workouts, and they build amazing physiques from them. So you might even want to skip like the squat rack and the incline bench in favor of just a pair of kettlebells if you really want. But then again, you do have to know what you're doing if you're just gonna go raw dogging it with just kettlebells and like working out with nothing else. So adjustable dumbbells are nice because you can do basically like the bodybuilding movements with them, such as hammer curls, lateral raises, dumbbell bench press, lunges even. So a nice pair of adjustable dumbbells that maybe go up to 50 pounds is going to last you a really long time. Pretty good investment. The fifth item, after you've got your adjustable dumbbells and/or kettlebells, is some kind of cable machine. Now, cable machines are not essential, but they're pretty useful for building your core, especially if you're into bodybuilding. You could just use a cable machine to work all the muscle groups for bodybuilding, if that is your main focus, just getting hypertrophy in. Just like 2 cable machines can get you basically everything that you need for bodybuilding, because you can do flies on them, you can do kind of a modified bench press with them, you can even work legs with them if you really want to. So yeah, some kind of cable machine is definitely going to help, where you have the adjustable pulley where you can be pulling it down or you can be pulling it up. That's going to get you all the basic pushing and pulling movements, and that's really going to help. And the 6th item, definitely not essential, but like miscellaneous machines. So maybe an exercise bike, maybe a treadmill, something like that where you can get your cardio in, or maybe it's like a lat pull down machine, or maybe it's a rowing machine. With these kind of miscellaneous machines, you can do everything that they require with just like a loaded barbell or dumbbells, or even just kettlebells too. Like a rowing machine, you can already do rows with a barbell, so who really cares? So yeah, that's basically all the equipment that you're going to need. So some excuses you might be having right now, some limiting beliefs are, well, this is really expensive. How am I ever going to be able to afford a squat rack? Like, wow, I just looked up how much a squat rack is on Amazon, and it's like $500. Well, it's not going to be that expensive if you only buy the essentials, like the rings, the rack, and the incline bench. It's definitely worth saving up for. It's an excellent long-term investment in yourself. If you're looking to build this on a budget, like I'm supposing 99% of the people watching this are, you're definitely going to want to buy a pair of rings right now. If you're a complete noob in fitness, you're going to want to buy a pair of rings right now. Like you haven't been working out for, say, a year. Buy a pair of rings right now and then start saving up for a squat rack. And that's going to get you very, very far. Once you actually have the squat rack and you've been hitting the rings consistently, you're gonna have build some muscle then. So yeah, you'll definitely be on your way once you have the rack and the rings and a bench setup. So buying all these things, devoting some of your money each month just to saving up for them is going to be a huge investment in yourself. Obviously, I'm not here to give you financial advice, but you're probably going to want to take care of your basic financial needs before you decide to save up for exercise equipment. But yeah, another excuse you might be having right now is that there's no room in your house for a home gym, which to that, I would say you can literally convert any unused space in your house into a home gym. So let's say I have a spare bedroom that no one's using, or my garage that I just keep my car in. Just park your car outside from now on and put a gym inside your garage. It's that easy. You can put it in your basement. That's what I did here. We got it renovated, so we collectively decided to put a gym down here. So that's pretty great. You can even put it in your bedroom. If your bedroom's pretty big and you just have like a bed and like a desk in there, you can probably fit like a squat rack maybe in there. So whatever room isn't being used in your house, you can definitely put a home gym in there. Just, some rings, a squat rack, you're all set. And maybe a pair of adjustable dumbbells as well. You just put all of those in one room, you're pretty much set. Another excuse, some people might be saying that their family and their roommates won't let them put a gym in their house. So if you know what you're doing, you can actually set up your rings outside and then keep a squat rack and a pair of dumbbells in your room and complete an entire workout without getting in their way. So let's say I have a couple of roommates, we each have our own bedroom. They say that they don't want to set up a home gym in the living room or in the dining room or something like that. I'll say fine. So I'll set up my rings like in the park or outside. I'll put my rings like on a tree so I can just do basic calisthenics and stuff outside. And then I'll put a squat rack inside of my room so I can do the basic strength movements as well in there. And that works quite well, actually. I've heard from many people that just having a squat rack in your room and having a pair of gymnastic rings outside can get you very far in your fitness journey. So that's definitely something to consider if you have family or roommates who don't want you making a home gym in like a public space, as in like a shared space within your home. Just make sure you put shock absorbing rubber on your floor so that when you set this 300 barbell, this 300 pound, make sure that you put some rubber mats down so that they'll absorb the shock when you put a 300-pound barbell down, because otherwise you're just going to destroy the floor. Like, it's going to crack and it's going to dent. It's not pretty. It's a lot of damages. So you're going to want to avoid that by also getting a pair of, not a pair, just like a set of rubber shock absorbing plates. You can look those up on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description for them. Another solution is also just trying to convince your family or your roommates to just let you put a home gym in a public living space by getting them interested in it, you know, getting them hyped up. Maybe they want to get into fitness too, so you agree to go like 2 ways in on an investment in a home gym. So that could work quite well. Just make negotiations to set up a squat rack in your living room or something. I don't know, that would work. So your actionable step for this video is to buy, obviously, a pair of rings and set them up somewhere, preferably like on a tree or somewhere that they're not going to fall and where you're going to have enough space to do your workouts, and start saving up for a squat rack if you haven't already, or if you don't have one yet, or if you don't have the money for one. So that's going to be it for this video. Like, subscribe, click the bell, comment. Go ahead and comment if you have any questions or requests for fitness videos, and that's pretty much it. I'll see you later.